mommies! So this is Missy of Love It Wonder, and today I will be discussing a little bit about homeschooling, but more about children education. Because I kept on receiving a lot of messages asking me kung when is the best time to send their children to school. And napaisip ako. Because actually, for me personally, there is no best time for us to send our children to school because every day should be a learning day. But if your concern is when is the best age for your children to go to school, my answer is whenever they are ready. Okay? So, hindi basihan kung nag-aaral na yung mga anak ng kumare ninyo or your child's cousins are going to school or your friends' children are going to school. Hindi yun basihan for you to determine kung isisend mo na yung anak ninyo sa school or not. You should look for the preparedness, the overall preparedness of your child. Actually, mommy, maybe you are not aware, there is a Kindergarten Act in the Philippines. It is Republic Act 10-157, and in this law, it says that a child should not be accepted in kindergarten unless 5 years old na siya.
I'm 5 years old.
Yeah, Sky is 5 years old. So it means our DepEd acknowledges the fact that a child's readiness to be taught is around 5 years old. But if your child is already 5 years old and you think she or he is still not ready, then don't pressure him or her. Diba? Darating din tayo doon sa point na sila na yung mag-a-ask from us if they can go to school. Kasi there are a lot of instances when we keep on pushing our children to go to school, tapos doon medyo nabubuli sila, or they can't cope up, or they can't find friends, or they're having hard times absorbing all the lessons that is being taught to them, and then umayaw sila or nagsasawa sila. And mas malakas yung impact nun than waiting for your child to be ready and let them ask you to send them to school. Diba? It's easier that way. And another thing that is being discussed in that law, Republic Act 10-157, is that a child cannot be accepted into grade 1 unless he or she finishes kindergarten. So wherever you put your children, Kinder Casa, preparatory, Kinder 1, Kinder 2, unless they are 5 years old, that's the only time na magiging formal yung learning or yung education nila. And after only they finish kindergarten, kaya sila ma-accept sa grade 1. So, yun mga mommies. We should not send our children to school at very early age kasi aside from maybe they are not yet ready, it is also costly. Parang nagbabayad tayo ng something na hindi pa naman kailangan. So if you can teach your children at home, that will be best kasi it's a form of bonding, and actually they learn more if tinututukan sila by their parents. So yeah, Sky is already 5 years old, but we haven't sent her to school yet because we are homeschooling and we prefer it that way. We are a homeschoolers, but we do not have a provider. So, it means we are independent homeschoolers. Yun ang tinatawag na indie homeschooling. Kaya, I was talking to someone last night, and she was asking me, so what's indie homeschooling? So, sabi ko lang, indie homeschooling is a homeschooling when you do not have a provider. May disadvantages to. It means you will not have your own curriculum. Ang advantages kasi when you have your provider, they will provide you the curriculum that you will teach your children. So, kumbaga, meron kang help from the outside. And these providers usually are DepEd accredited. Sila yung in charge for the papers of your child. Kung kailangan nilang mag-level up to grade 1, grade 2, or whatever, sila yung magpo-provide ng papers. Sila yung nagko-compile ng records. So, the only thing that you will have to do if you have a provider is to teach your children according to the curriculum provided by the provider. So, yun. For us naman na homeschoolers na indie or independent, since we do not have a provider, we are using open curriculum. The disadvantage of this is, yun nga, since walang nagko-collate ng paperworks and we do not have a curriculum, we do everything by ourselves. Kung gusto naming i-level up na yung grade ni Sky, we go to the DepEd to take the test. To take a level up test. Parang ganon. So, it's kinda matrabaho, but it works for us because we prefer child-led learning. It means whatever is the interest of our child for a specific time, doon kami naka-focus. Like for example now, Sky likes mathematics or math work, so naka-focus kami ngayon sa math. Last time, she prefers drawing, coloring, and painting, so we're focused on arts. The primary message of this video is huwag nating i-pressure yung mga anak natin to learn something they're not yet ready to learn. Makikita natin yung readiness sa kanila if we will be more observant of the things that they were doing. Makikita natin what are the things that excites them and what are the things that they want to learn. Try to be more intentional in parenting. That way, malalaman ninyo what are the best things, what should be the best approach on how to teach your children. So, yun lang. Thanks! Bye-bye!